Do you ever struggle with perfectionism? Right? CC Cheney here, and that's what I want to chat a little bit about with you today. So let's talk about the problem with perfectionism and how you can overcome that as you're trying to build your network marketing business or your online marketing business or your affiliate marketing business, right? So over the weekend, I watched a documentary about Whitney Houston, and it was called Can I Be Me? Right? And I am watching this documentary, and it's very, very intriguing, right? They talk about how the intent from the very beginning was to build a pop star, right? Not someone for just Black audiences, but someone who could cross over across all audience and who could be the perfect pop star. So it was so important that Whitney Houston in her early career, when she's 19 years old, just breaking into the business, that she had a perfect image, right? That was the primary target for the people who were developing her. And so when she would create music, like when they would do music in the studio and the music had any sort of funk behind it, or it had any kind of like rhythmy or bluesy type of feel to it, they'd send the music back, right? They're like, no, her image has to be absolutely perfect if she's going to be this perfect pop star that we're creating. And so they would send the music back, and only music that was just a perfect Pop-Tart kind of music would they allow to be released, right? And so she has this moment in her career where she goes to the Soul Train Awards, and she's nominated for an award. And as they're going through the nominees in her category, when her picture pops up on the screen, people boo her, right? They're booing her. And she's like, what the heck? What do you mean I'm being booed? I'm not being accepted by some of the people that I expected to relate to me, right? And so they joke that her entire career, her catchphrase was, can I be me? Right? Can I just be my authentic self? She's raised listening to gospel music, singing in a church. Can I sing music that resonates with me? Right? And so after this whole booing incident, they allowed her to have a little bit more creative control musically, right? The Can I Be Me remained a part of her story in this documentary, but it really had me thinking about business. And when I first got started in network marketing, I had these same sort of ideas. Like, I had to have this perfect everything before I could really get started in my business, right? And as things evolve with social media, right, you want the perfect post, right? You want the perfect video. You need perfectly crafted and edited photos, and you need the perfect sales pitch. You need the perfect copy, right? All of these things. And the problem with perfectionism is that it will kill your business because of two main reasons. One is it keeps you in a state of fear, right? What are people going to think? What if I get it wrong? What are they going to say? How are they going to receive that, right? So it keeps you in this state of fear, and it keeps you in this state of inaction, right? Because if it's not perfect, I'm not going to throw it out there. I'm not going to put myself out there and have the risk, right? So, you can't build a business if you're not taking action, and you have to step through that fear. So what do? Right? Take a note from Whitney Houston's page and say, hey, can I be me? Right? Embrace what makes you you. Okay. When you hear people talking about branding yourself, this is something that I truly believe in. Now, look, I send emails all the time. I do videos all the time. Some of them land really well. Some of them don't. But one thing that I have found is that when I do something and it's just true to me, people will message me, people will respond, and they'll be like, hey, I love the way that you shared that information. I love the way that you put that. That really made sense to me. I've heard people say things similarly, but the way you said it actually made sense to me, right? And the reason that is because I said it in a way that was authentic to me, and it spoke to people. It spoke to my tribe, right? It spoke to people who relate to me. Right? And that builds that like, know, and trust factor that we're all trying to get in our business. So the key is to really focus on being yourself as a part of your marketing plan, right? So you might be saying, okay, that sounds all good and well, right? But how do I do that? What does that mean? What does that look like? If you haven't grabbed a copy of my free guide, Cracking the Content Creation Code. I highly recommend that you take a look at it. It's what I talk about really is being authentic, creating content that really speaks from an authentic place. So I'll drop a link to that in the comments. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right, that's all I have for you today. I look forward to chatting with you soon. Ciao.